It's a Donkey Kong Bananza blowout, all today on TNT Big Show. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Michelle Antakis.
And this is Sean.
Welcome to the video, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get right into it. Now, on Metacritic and OpenCritic, for all of you who are curious about the reviews, well, if you listen to reviews a lot, you're going to be happy because this game is at a 91 so far. And that's out of 87 reviews, or 83 actually, on Metacritic and about 50 on OpenCritic.
I hope and pray it stays this high, I really do.
Yes, I do too. Who knows? I hope so. And so far, the word of mouth from gamers and fans is terrific.
And for those of you who want to go into the game not knowing what a lot of stuff is, I highly suggest you stay off the internet.
Yeah.
If there are some prizes that don't want to be ruined for you, I would stay off the internet until you beat the game, get the game, beat it.
Yeah.
And then watch the videos and stuff. But right now, I'd stay off the internet.
Yeah, we made that mistake,
unfortunately, yeah.
And the game seems to have a strong appeal to young people, younger people who grow up on Donkey Kong. Finally, Donkey Kong gets his moment in a 3D game. I know we had Donkey Kong 64, but that was nothing special. It was just a good game.
It was a good game. It was like a Banjo and Kazooie game.
Right. But with this game, he gets his Mario Odyssey, Mario Galaxy, one of those type of games.
Mario Galaxy 2?
Yep, Mario Galaxy 2. He finally gets his moment. And if you like our content, please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, like, and comment. Now back to the video. And yes, the game was made by the Mario Odyssey team, EPD8. There's some newer names and faces in charge of Donkey Kong 3D. Koizumi was not actually the main producer on this game. I think he's off doing Mario.
Which he probably is.
Yeah, but the fact is, these younger people at Nintendo are really bringing the creativity. Now, if you all want to know what some people are saying are the positives and negatives about the game, for people who love it, well, so far there's not a critic review below an 80 so far.
Oh, yeah.
But the best thing that critics say about the game is the absolutely incredible animation, thanks to Voxil technology.
Innovative gameplay.
Yeah. And I'm not a fan of theirs, but hey, I'll listen to their review, even if I don't like it or agree with it, because I want to know what they say. But Digital Foundry, the guy who rated it, said that it was actually had more openness and freedom than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So that's, if you like open gameplay where you can go and do what you want. There are people who are saying that they don't even think about completing the mission. They just want to run around and do whatever creative stuff they want.
The average game run, a lot of people say it's 20 hours long for the main game.
Yeah.
But people have been spending 15, 60, even more hours finding all the little special items and collectibles and just doing all kinds of stuff, you know, and then they're just having a ball with it.
And there's lots of skills you can get in the game and to upgrade. So it's like Xenoblade Chronicles mixed with Mario Odyssey, mixed with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. That's pretty much what this game is. If that sounds incredible, then well, it is. And I talked to a friend of mine on Facebook about the game, and they just absolutely love it. They have just been going into that game and just having the time of their life.
And for those of you who are wondering, is this game for everyone? Well, newbies who really aren't that good at games, no.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a rare. It's not as bad except when you get to the bosses.
Yeah.
Then it turns up the challenge pretty quick. And I know they have an assist mode, but little kids, I don't even know if that's going to help them with some of these bosses.
Maybe not, you know, I think it depends on the skill level. But the thing is that, you know, that's something that you may want to consider. Yeah. Like if your kid is not good at really challenging, like this is not exactly Dark Souls or Tears of the Kingdom or something.
No.
But it can get challenging, especially towards the end. Yeah. So if your kid is not someone who's like an excellent gamer, they're more cozy, casual.
Or who gets frustrated easily.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just something to think about, okay? We're giving you a lot of information because we don't think enough people are going over this stuff. And so if you want a long game, This game is more on the lines of a mini Xenoblade game. And I say mini because Xenoblade games can take up to 200 hours to finish and collect everything. But up to 60 hours, that's pretty dang big, especially for a platformer. And like I said, if you like stuff that's open, is in there. A lot of skill tree, for all you who love to build up your skills and your character and stuff. There's a lot of that in here. There's 2 extra transformations, but we are not going to tell you what they are because the game just came out and we are a spoiler-free zone.
And there is a huge surprise that we're not going to reveal that just blew our socks off.
Yeah, and we're not even going to tell you if it's at the beginning, the middle, or end. Okay, now back to what people think is good about the game. A lot of critics, some didn't like the story, although I think it's great. But most people think the story is a highlight because it gives Pauline, she's a star role in this, and with Donkey Kong, and their story is very emotional and very kind and sweet. So people love that, about the game. It empowers a young girl, and Donkey is always on her side. He's not trying to hold her back, he's encouraging her to be the best she can be. She's really the key to the game. Donkey may be the main character, but Pauline's ability and power is really the driving force behind the story and the game. A lot of people love the bosses. They think Void Kong is a great main villain. People love the innovation in the levels and in how you can use the destruction and everything. So there's a lot that people are loving about this game. Now, what some people don't like, some people still say there are some frame drops, although I've heard some people say they didn't really experience any.
Well, I mean, come on, when you watch the game, even the director said some of these quote-unquote frame drops are intentional in the game.
But for some people who said that they actually did experience some frame drops, they said it's not bad and that it didn't deter from the fun.
And even if there is or isn't, Nintendo still said they're going to put out a patch, so...
Yeah, there's going to be a patch for it. At least Nintendo's aware of it. They're not skating around the issue. They're saying, hey, our bad, So, hey, that's good, And some people they think there should have been or could have been more puzzles. There are puzzles in the game, but some people are like, they prefer Mario Odyssey's more precision platforming and not bashing of things. But I think that, like if you're going to get this game, you're going to know that you're getting a Donkey Kong game.
Well, that's what I mean.
And I think that's real quick a dumb criticism because Donkey is not the same as Mario.
No.
And some people think that the ideals weren't explored enough, but it seems to be a thing with Nintendo now is that they don't want an ideal to wear out, so they use it just enough, but some people want it more, and you know what? I have to agree with Arlo, that's a good thing, because they don't let it wear its welcome out. So that's the way I look at it, but hey, I'm just telling you that's what some reviewers are saying, that, they wish some of the stuff had been expanded better and explored more, so, that's something to look out for, but really, outside of that, even a few reviewers like IGN and COG Connected said that they really didn't have problems with the game. They loved it from beginning to end.
And let's face it, folks, if Nintendo did go a bit further, like all the stuff they wanted, we may be looking at another $80 game. I think Nintendo was trying to avoid that as well.
Yeah, but now let's get to why I think I think it's going to have one of the biggest debuts of the year. I think this game is going to sell 2 million in its first week. About 4 days, because the hype around this game, if you go to Blue Sky, Threads, or Instagram, or any of your favorite social media sites, Stealth, and a lot of people said this was the game they were most looking forward to, even over Mario Kart World.
Well, a lot of people said that they wanted Donkey Kong Bananza to be the launch game.
Yeah, so if you're into a big single-player experience, it's not the most challenging game, but it's not easy as well, It's got the right amount of challenge in it. You're going to love this game. If you just want more freedom and bashing stuff, you're going to love this game. Another thing people like about it is the music. A lot of people think the music is incredible, and I love that.
There is a co-op mode, but I'll just say it's kind of like Mario and Cappy.
Yeah.
It's kind of a limited co-op, but still...
It's nice to have.
Yeah.
Now, how does Donkey Kong Bananza run on the Switch 1? People said pretty good. It depends on your internet connection. It's more of cloud-based, from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Someone can tell me in the comments, but it's more cloud-based in that, it's not actually running on the Switch hardware.
And we're talking about game share, folks.
Yeah,
That's
game
what we're
share.
talking about.
Yeah. But I really think this is going to be one of the biggest sellers of the year. And I think it's going to be Donkey Kong's moment. Because you got to remember, folks, there was a time when Donkey Kong was bigger than The Legend of Zelda. That changed over the years, though.
Yeah.
There were less Donkey Kong games, and Nintendo kept making Zelda games. And, Donkey Kong Country was sold over 10 million units. It was. And then Donkey Kong 64 sold about 5 million units.
I think so.
But see, it just started to go down. Then it went back up with Donkey Kong Returns, which sold about 8 million units. But now, Breath of the Wild sells 30 million units. Tears of the Kingdom, 25 million. And I think they're trying to build Donkey Kong up to be like Mario and Zelda, Pokemon, Animal Crossing. Nintendo wants another event title, so that way they don't have to rush out nothing. Kirby. A lot of franchises have moved above Donkey Kong. Luigi's Mansion. When did you ever think Luigi would be bigger? And I think this game has the potential to sell 25 to 30 million. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm overblowing that, because look at how well Mario Odyssey did. And there are people that actually prefer this game over Odyssey, and I think that's going to help this game keep its sales momentum. And I actually could see some extra content in the future, some free updates, minor things, but it may help the game keep going. And, the Nintendo has a lot of talented developers. They have the best development teams in the world, whether it's companies they own like Retro Studios, of course Monolith Soft, Next Level Games, companies they work with like Platinum Games or Intelligent Systems. But I'll just say this, and I know this may sound controversial, but Nintendo EPD8 is the single best studio in the world.
They are.
When you look at Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, Mario Odyssey, and now Donkey Kong Bonanza, there's nobody with more creativity and innovation than them. They really hit the nail on the head. And I think they were split into two teams. I think by 27, we will see the next 3D Mario game.
We may see it earlier than that.
Well, that's why I said by 27. But, these young developers, producers, artists, writers, directors for Nintendo are showing what they're made of. There's been a lot of hype around them because Inuma, Koizumi, and them are like, why do you see the new talent that we have that we're molding and stuff? And now that we're getting to see them, they're going to be... Nintendo's got a bright future. And I think this is the game. Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70. It's out now. It's a big single-player adventure or co-op. But if you've been wanting a big single-player adventure for your Switch 2...
There you go,
and it's good to see the Thrill of Gorilla back. It is. And now he has his own identity. He's not just because Donkey Kong Country, you could have made those a Mario game.
You could have.
Made some modifications, of course, but no way could you have made Bonanza a Mario game. That's just not Mario. After decades, Donkey Kong finally has an identity. And I'm all here for it. This is me, Michelle Nantucket.
This is Sean.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for staying to the end of the video and watching it. If you like all of our videos, note to join our other social medias like TikTok, Discord, Reddit, Instagram, Thread, X, and our WordPress blog. You can also support us by joining Patreon for as little as $1 a month, where you will get exclusive content, uncut videos, behind the scenes, watch that trailer, Jack's Joke of the Week, and my sports input. If you join the $25 tier, I will send you an autographed copy of The Buzzies for free. If you love horror movies and independent content, we're a great place to come and visit because we love supporting other independent creators and stuff. When you support us, you're supporting people who do all of this by ourselves. Me, Michelle, I'm the editor, I'm the director of the videos, I'm the producer, Sean's the executive producer and content creator. So thank you, everybody, and please look into supporting our Patreon, as it really does help out. Just $1 a month. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.